Hello and welcome everyone to this very first featuring of the authors of Inspired Living, which is coming out on June 24th. And we are just so excited to share this with you. So I'm going to bring on Sylvia Morrison, who is, amongst many, many other things, a certified dream builder. And I absolutely love that title. And Sylvia, I'd love you to introduce yourself just a little bit more about all the amazing things that you are doing in the world.
Thank you, Crystal. Hi, everyone, wherever you're looking in and listening from. I'm Sylvia Morrison. I am the founder and director of Links Across Borders, a nonprofit organization that co-creates libraries and provide educational resources for children here in Ghana, West Africa. I'm also an empowerment specialist who works with folks who are in transition to looking to create the life that they really desire to live.
Beautiful. I just love that. That humanitarian work. I know your story of how you got to Ghana, and you're sharing a little bit about that in your book or in your chapter. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how your chapter came into being and what you're just giving everybody a little sneak peek of what it is about.
A little bit about how it came to be in this book, especially, is that at the beginning of this year, I'm not one to do resolutions, but what I did at the beginning of the year was I chose to look at my life, how it was going. And I just said, you know what, this year, I will not be the Lone Ranger because I've been doing things all by myself pretty much. And I decided I wasn't going to be a Lone Ranger anymore. I wanted collaboration. And the morning after my meditation, I did that. This email popped up in my inbox about this book, this collaborative opportunity. And I decided I wouldn't second guess it. I would just jump on it and take action. Didn't know all the details. I just said, and that's how all of the big audacious goals that I've achieved in my life, that's how they actually come about. Because they are, I feel an inspiration to do something, and I act on it without thinking first. So coming to Ghana and starting Links Across Borders and building 8 libraries and all of the work that my humanitarian work is, started with just an idea that I wanted to see children in Ghana with books in their hands. And I started doing that in 2013 after coming to Ghana for already 6 years by myself. But the work that I'm here doing now, which is an expansion of the library and the educational resources, really was one morning as I was crossing the street, to get on my bus to the college I was teaching at in Toronto. And Spirit said, make this your last winter. I just heard a voice that said that to me. And it felt like, wow, that's a good idea. And so by the time I crossed the street, I had made a decision. I sent a message to my daughter saying, guess what, honey? This is my last winter in Canada. There was no planning for that. Yeah. And within weeks, I was selling my house. Within weeks, I decided that would be my last semester at the college. So much happened just by acting on that one, agreeing with the inspired idea that came in, Yeah, that's how it started.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that with everyone. And, you're such an embodiment of what it means to live an inspired life. Now, there might be some skeptics who are saying, well, isn't that a bit irrational, just listening to Spirit and doing it? And I also know you've built a whole system around this, understanding, okay, what did I actually do? Do you want to talk just a little bit about that?
So, yes. And the skeptics, I get it. I understand, because there are times when when I go to my head and think about it, I also am a skeptic. I also say to myself, what was I thinking? And then I answer the question, I was not thinking. So I want to say to someone, when you feel this inspiration, don't think. Because when we don't think and we just say yes to it, Spirit gives us the plan. And the entire plan does not unveil to you in the moment. You take the first step and then the next step. Yes. So I've this system, because I know that folks want systems, I work with a system. Not everyone is going to be crazy like Sylvia. I love this kind of crazy. And so there's a 3-step process that I walk people through, where I walk with you, stay with you, engage with you in questions, and really tapping into spirit to ask what really is the thing that is in your heart that you want to do. And there are questions that I ask to help you get to that. And we always get to it. There's no one who says, oh, I don't know what it is, and we stop there. Because many people say, I don't know what it is. And then I work with my client to really connect with the source, the limitless source of our power, because that's where the idea comes from anyway. And so when we connect with that, you see, we find the plan, we hear the next step, we hear the first step, and we also feel the confidence or the courage, if not confidence, the courage to take that step. And then to tap in and touch what that is, and then take action. So it's a 3-step process. A, C, T, act. I've called it that to make it easy. I want to say to each person, when you are inspired in your heart to do something that really enlivens and invigorates you, and you know that it feels in alignment with who you are and what you desire to bring into this world. And it might be personal. It might be something that you just want to do for you. It doesn't have to be that you want to have, a nonprofit organization and you want to fly off somewhere and change the world. It might be something personal that you want to do. Maybe you wanted to take a trip. Maybe you have wanted to change your hairstyle, but you are thinking, it can be something very simple. It might be that you want to take a different route to work, but you've been saying, I don't know. What if there's a dog on that route? What if somebody, what if? And you might find if you just decide, okay, I'm going to walk that path this morning. You see something there that you've probably been hoping to find for a long time. Or you have an idea as you're walking that path that just enlivens you, and you're like, wow, where did that come from? Right? So whatever the thing is, you feel this inspiration, act on it. Take the first small step and see what happens.
Absolutely. I can so agree. Like I can verify this feeling that when we have an idea, an inspired thought, and we act on it, then life comes into flow. And as you said, the universe always presents the next step and the next step and the next step. And it's just taking that courageous action and maybe having somebody like you to cheer us on and to say, no, you're on the right track, keep going, which is amazing. Yes.
And the reason I feel confident to say that to folks, because yes, I am educated, and I've also had a lot of mentors in my life because I believe in mentorship and coaching, but this that I am talking about is my lived experience. No one has taught me that. This is my lived experience. And as I am living it, my intellectual brain, my rational brain, my ego, my logical self that society has created argues with me, questions me in the same way someone else would question me, So I get that. And when someone steps up in front of me and wants to argue with it, I listen. I listen because I know that which they're saying to me, I hear it in myself also. And I am constantly saying to it, I understand. It's okay. We'll be fine. The universe has got our back. Don't worry. We're going to do this. I know you're trying to protect me. We'll be fine.
Exactly. Those words are lifesavers, right? Like just to
Yes,
calm the nervous system down when we're going out there following some crazy inspiration. It's like the universe has our back. We are safe.
yes.
All
Yeah,
is
because
well.
when I look at when I see what happens to communities that I work with each library project, we don't just go in and say, okay, you need a library here, you have a library. No, I actually work with the community for at least a year before the physical library is then in place. And we do it together. And most of the first, second, third consultation meetings that I will have with community, they will look at me in shock when they realize I'm not just Links Across Borders, it's not just coming and dropping a library. When I say we're doing it together, folks are like, we can't do it. We don't have the money. We thought you were going to do this. I see them looking at each other and thinking, this is not what we were expecting. But then I work with them, month after month after month in conversations, talking about how we can do it and showing them that they have what it takes. That yes, Across Borders is bringing some resources to this that they need, but they have what it takes. And then and they come alive seeing that, yes, oh my God, they dance, they sing, they work, they call each other. We are doing this together. And then on the day of opening ceremony, when they can each say, the masons, the carpenters, the women, the children, who can say, I did this part, I did that part, we did this together. And they walk in with pride, not feeling like, oh, we were so in need and this organization has given us this. But it's, yes, we were in need. And together we created what we desired to have. That lights me up. And when I see what happens to the children in the reading programs and the teachers in schools that we work with, that is worth, I don't care who thinks I'm crazy, that is worth being called crazy. I will be crazy for the rest of my life. This is what crazy is. Come
I
join me
love
on
it.
this crazy
And
journey.
if that isn't inspired living, you're really inspiring whole communities to step into their power and their self-belief and making what they think is impossible happen, right? And that's just amazing. And I know that that's what you're doing with your private clients as well. So anybody listening here who's inspired by your energy and your vibrancy and your mission and your belief in the possibilities, I invite them to come into your website, which is on the screen right now. And I know that you have some special sessions that you're offering to seeing if there is a synergy between you and somebody who's interested. Do you want to just briefly mention that?
So yes. So when someone who is feeling called to have a conversation, just connect with me, send me an email or a message on Facebook or something like that, and we'll get together online virtually. I think it's virtually. We're not in person right here. And we'll go through that ACT. We'll do that together. I'll help you to connect with the dream that is in your heart or whatever it is that you want to talk about in that half an hour session. I look forward to meeting with folks. I love what happens in those conversations as well.
Beautiful. Thank you for that, Sylvia. And of course, our book goes live June 24th. So you can read the entire chapter of what Sylvia has been writing, along with all the other incredible authors that some of which you'll meet over the next couple of weeks. And if you want to get a sneak peek of everyone, we have created a beautiful masterclass for you, which is on the screen right now, So you can simply go to crystalhill.com/buy-inspired-living. And on there is a pop-up form that comes up where you just simply put your details in, and then you get a masterclass that has 2-minute top tips of many of the contributors who are sharing their tips of what an inspired life is like for them. What else was I going to share? Yeah, that's the main things. And if you would like to also come into a book like Sylvia, my mission is very much aligned with what Sylvia is doing, is to empower and awaken humanity into deeper connection and sovereignty. That is what I'm passionate about, and I feel like that's potentially why Sylvia's come into this, to share her passion for the empowerment and inspiring everyone to live their highest dreams out. So if that is you, and you're feeling that you have something to contribute, our next book that is open for enrollments right now is called Inspired Entrepreneurs: Embracing the Magic of Your Soul Mission. And you can find more details on the screen here if you go to that website. So for now, launch is on June 24. Come and join the masterclass and join us there, and connect with Sylvia. Put your details on here one more time. Thank you so much for your time this morning, for you, Sylvia, for us in the evening. I really appreciated you sharing all of your incredible projects.
Thank you. This is beautiful. And I want to say thanks to you too for putting yourself out there with this crazy idea of bringing people together to write. Right. You know, people from all walks of life who don't know each other, and you, with your trust in the limitless source of your power, you put it out there and you say the right people will come, and we've come. You know,
That's right.
And I'm very happy to be part of this project, and I invite others to join you on this journey of writing their own stories. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your night, evening, or morning, wherever you are, and we'll see you very soon. Bye for now.
Take care.